What's up, everybody? So I've been trying to exploit the Hatchet build to its maximum potential, and I came up with Ice Gauntlet and a Hatchet and no intelligence build. Straight to business attributes. My baseline attribute points for a Hatchet medium build is 200 constitution for its armor here, and 150 dex for the less stamina on the dodge. I will show you why, what's the reason for this, and we can dodge for days. Iframe with this build is guaranteed like 24/7. Rest points go into strength because that's the main damage attribute scaling for the Hatchet. Weapon Masteries. Two main skills you want to get is definitely the Berserk and the Distancing Throw. This one lets you catch up to targets pretty quickly or disengage from big clumps. Now the third skill is definitely up to you. You can go with Running Throw for more rend or Torrent for catching people off guard because no one expects you to run this skill. There's no one is running it. And you can go with Veil Rush for the stagger. Mind you, the first hit is getting nerfed next patch with the damage. Or Infected Throw, this is my personal favorite because Weaken will play a huge part next patch. Compared to 45 Rend, this doesn't get changed. Disease is very nice as well. Now, Ice Gauntlet, we are running Ice Tomb for the heal because we have the perk on the Ice Gauntlet, but it also dispels all the debuffs on you, makes it super powerful. And thanks to our tankiness and medium, 200 clone, this Ice Tomb gets affected by already defenses and HP as well, I'm pretty sure. So, Ice Tomb is tanky. And during your Ice Tomb, you can wait for your cooldowns on Berserk or other skills. We are running Ice Shower to lock the targets when we approach them. Or if you need to kite, you just drop this. You get this movement speed from this. If you go through the shower, the enemies following you get rooted. And it also applies rend, 10%, very nice. Ice Storm is used not for damage, but for the slow it applies. And you need Unending Thaw perk on the armor, so the slow lasts on target for 2 seconds upon leaving the Ice Storm. A very nice one is also Heavy Freeze. I need to get used to this. I'm not using this too much. So another good catch-up technique is Ice Storm in the distance of the target, trying to run away, or range build. And you throw Heavy Attack for the root. When it comes to gear, I'm running medium setup. I will show you what perks I'm rocking for this patch. I'm rocking full Shuriken Fortification, Refreshing, and Resilient items on all of these items too. I don't have Unending Thaw item. Actually, I did have boots right here, but I just don't like the Refreshing Ward. But I might test it. I might still run with this. We'll see. But my plan for next patch is run these perks. I did happen to craft this, not only for the skin, because this skin is definitely the best. I'm a huge fan of Vikings and Norse mythology, so I'm happy about the skin. This is elemental based armor, not ideal, which makes me craft all the 4 pieces with more physical defense. But I'm planning to go for elemental version with Shuriken heals and resilient. I feel like this is going to be an absolutely busted setup on this build. Not only for these perks, but the healing from Entomb. We're running Divine on Amulet, so healing from potions and Defiant as well and whatnot. I'm running Energized Gems as well for the stamina on hit. This pairs super well. Now I'll talk about the dodging and stamina. Pairs well with these crits on the stamina on the crit. Pairs well with Adrenaline Rush. With this thing, which could be good to, run Refreshing, which I used before for the cooldown reduction. So we can have skills up as often as possible to proc this Adrenaline Rush. But even with this, it's still crazy. So on crit, we are getting 15 stamina. Of course, this is a 3-second cooldown, but it's nothing too major. Really, really coming in handy. Punishing is what most people run, but Punishing is not in power cap damage increase. It's in reality base damage, and it doesn't transfer. It should be 5% damage increase if you have it in armor, all Punishing gems, but in reality, according to testing, it's 2% damage increase, which is definitely not worth. Amulet, we are running Divine for that, healing increase from potions, Hardy Meal, the Ice Tomb, Defy Death next patch, Berserk right now. Stamina Recovery Health is a must-2 perk amulet to have, so I recommend that. Running Champion's Ring for the Keen Awareness as a crit has getting a change next patch. Invigorated Punishment, it does apply to light attacks, heavy attacks. I tested it, so the description is probably off or the light attacks are off. I'm still running Hardy in medium because since we have so many resources sources for stamina, I still like to get Hardy. Everything that evolves around stamina is the best thing to have because stamina is iframe, AK immunity to CC damage everything. And that was my main goal with this build. I should probably be running Nimble instead of regenerating, but again, Divine applies to regenerating as well, so I did used to run refreshing here instead of regenerating, but it's only if I had more refreshings. One perk of refreshing doesn't do too much, so this is my amulet next patch. When it comes to sockets, I will be running, thanks to elemental aversion on each piece, if I have good RNG, I will be running full opal on armor, and then we'll see on the jewelry what I will be running. I will see about that. Sorry, not opal, but onyx. Just like now. My bad. Weapons on the hatchet, we have Killing Empowered. You could probably go with Killing Jagged, will be better, in my opinion. And you could go with Enchanted instead of Vicious if you don't believe in crit damage and crit chance overall next patch. But I still do. I think it's still gonna be good on hatchet. Attunement, that's already given. That's like the best damage perk to have on the weapon. On the Ice Gauntlet, you are basically focusing on a healing tomb. You could go with Keen Speed as well, Keen Speed. When you're, heavy attacking someone in the Ice Storm, you can get into extra speed bonus. Keenly Jagged we don't crit with anything except the auto attacks or Pylon. If you run Pylon, it does proc. For example, if you drop Pylon, you switch to Hatchet, right? And Pylon crits, that Keenly Jagged from IG does get applied. Which makes me wonder, Purifying crits could be pretty good too with Pylon, but Ice Storm is just much better for this set. It is a base health heal from a healing tomb, but for this build, it heals me around 2000 HP, which is still pretty good. It's like half of a potion. When it comes to Heartrunes, there are two options. Well, even more, but I found two very, very crazy good OP. You could run the classic Stalwart Stone form, which removes the CC from you, you're immune for 5 seconds, and it gets you healed for 75%. Almost. It's a huge heal, especially Divine also applies to this. So this one is amazing. But I'm a huge fan of this recently, Brittle Wines. Not only the roots the target, but it also applies Rend and Weaken as well. That's why we have Infected Throw. That's a 30% Weaken right there for 8 seconds. Rend is also good. We do have stamina regeneration reduced by 50%, but this is nothing too crazy. As you can see, we have a huge amount of stamina, so we don't have to worry about this. Consumables, running Gemstone Dust against mages, the elemental damage type absorption. Oak Flash against melee builds, physical builds. Classic HP Potion, Regen Potion, and Hardy Meal for healing all apply or fall under Divine category as well. When it comes to food attributes, I run a Carrot Cake because this is the cheapest. You could also run a full Harvest Turkey if you want. The very good and important food that not many people know about for some reason is Desert Sunrise. This one reducing the duration of dots by 17.5%. This will be crucial against mages next patch with all those dots. It will be crucial against rapiers with bleed builds as well, and skewer, you name it, anything dot build. Which we also rock Frenzied Purge. So we have the Dispel here from Purge. We have the reduction here. We have the Dispel from Ice Tome that dispels all the debuffs. And then new Heartrune will probably come in play with this build. New Heartrune, the Storm Kick, will dispel the dots, I believe, or dispel everything from you as well. So this is going to be, I don't even know, absolutely crazy. When it comes to rotation and skill combos, what you want to do if you're catching up to someone, you just place Ice Storm into heavy attack to apply the root. You can get, Keen Speed will be great because you could get a speed increase to catch up the targets. If we approach the target, we go with Ice Shower, Animation Cancel, Berserk, Light Attack, Dodge, Triple Light Attack, Dodge again. That's why our rotation. Throw in the Infected. If you need to get away from clumps, you just use Social Distance while pressing S key bind. Or if you want to catch up to someone, you just press W. That's what we know, right? Press W and left click. If you need to if you're in a big clump, you're waiting for cooldowns, or you have a lot of debuffs when you want to dispel, for example, what's it called? Perfect Rend. If you're stacked with Rend, just press this, boom, dispelled everything, easy peasy. We have Fortify as well. We get increased HP as well. Hold on, that showed armor increase. Huh, never mind. Same like next patch. When it comes to animation canceling Berserk, I will show you a video right in the right upper corner. I already have an animation canceling guide on how to do that. There is like 3 ways to do that, so take a look. I will also have a separate video for PvP clips and fights, as this video would be far too long. That's what I learned from my previous builds. I need to make the videos a bit shorter because people don't stick until the end of the video. They miss, crucial information. That's why I do timestamps, but please make sure to watch the PvP video. I will link it throughout the video. I will link it once again in the right upper corner. And when it comes to gems on the weapon, so for IG, doesn't really matter. You're just looking for this right here. You want to have this nature or lightning, because there is no defenses against that, right? No one is jamming against those types. So have this rune glass because it's charging your heart rune, this dot, which is important. Now, when it comes to hatchet, you might be thinking I'm trolling with this elemental gem, but not only it looks sick, this is the best looking skin, gem on the weapon, but next patch, since everyone will be running elemental aversion and onyx on the whole armor, that means huge physical damage resistance, 20%. And if you run a split damage in your physical weapon, melee weapon, there is literally nothing that protects the target from your damage except the slash, the split slash damage, which is applying under the onyx gem stuff. But yeah, again, I have lightning here, I have nature here, both stack pretty much. If you were to run both lightning, they don't stack, so you're missing on like one tick of the rune glass dot, which is like 8% damage, and also charge for a heart rune. But this would be it. I would thank you all for watching, and you know how it goes. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you like the build, if you like the videos, my content. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, a huge shout out to my first Patreon, Dirty Dan. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. I will also have a link at the end of the video or in the description if you guys would like to support me so I can keep going and doing this full time. And yeah, until next time, y'all have a good one and see you soon.